made a video just last week talking about Anthony Edwards is, the front runner to be the face of this league. And then this happens this week. That's just wild to me. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Hassan's Hits. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, and Michael Jordan share a lot of similarities. And now we find out they have another thing in common. Listen, I want to preface this by saying that this is a serious subject and we shall treat it as such. Anthony Edwards becomes the latest victim in these vultures that we call Instagram models, taking away young NBA players' careers. As far as this situation, we only know what's going on from these texts, but it just looks horrible for Anthony Edwards. And he did apologize, and he did say that's not the person that he is. What happened to veterans in the locker room as it pertains to the NBA? Because we see young players falling victim to all of these just dumb mistakes in the league nowadays. We're talking about Ja with the gun situation. We're talking about Zion and his whole situation. Zion's a whole different animal. I mean, Anthony Edwards, he's in some hot water, but Zion is like, listen, you can't even compare the two in my opinion. But we see it time and time again. And I feel like these veterans in the locker room either not connecting with these young stars, or they're just being quiet and they don't care anymore. Or it could be, what's been talked about before in this league, where there's not much, veteran leadership in locker rooms anymore. There's not too many veterans, in locker rooms anymore. A lot of teams have gone younger, and you might have one or two veterans on each team. Now, I'll also say that I feel like they got to make a law, banning making texts or, DMs, all these private messages public. You should make a law like you can't have a private conversation with someone and then it comes out publicly. Other than the court of law, I feel like if you're in court and they're using your text messages and DMs and stuff like that, it's pertaining to the trial or the case on hand. That's just pretty wild to me. And I feel like there's no laws against it, but there should be. Like, there should be consequences for you putting out a private conversation that you had with someone that they have no clue you're putting out. Having said all of this, like I said, the thing that Anthony Edwards needs to do at this point is lay low. He needs to focus. He's too great. He's too great of a player, and he's too important to this league. I made a video just last week talking about Anthony Edwards is, the front runner to be the face of this league. And then this happens this week. That's just wild to me. Minnesota is having one of the greatest seasons in franchise history. They're literally on par to compete for a championship if they continue playing the way they have. And all of that is tied to Anthony Edwards. This entire franchise, and a bulk of this league right now is tied to Anthony Edwards. And, he can't make these kinds of mistakes. He can't be out here, moving the way he is right now. Make your circle smaller and focus on being great. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, share. I appreciate it. Peace.